Greetings and welcome to Schneider. The work we perform on a daily basis can be both rewarding and demanding. To those ends, we conduct a post-offer, pre-employment physical function screen, better known as a PreWork screen, to ensure you have all the necessary physical abilities to carry out the tasks associated with the work we perform on a daily basis. The screening protocol takes into account some of the most common activities of a typical Schneider workday. It is important for you to know right up front if you have the physical skills to perform this work before you invest too much of your time into this career. The screen doesn't take long and is conducted at various locations across the country. As a safety measure, your blood pressure will be taken at the start of the screen and your heart rate will be monitored throughout the entire screening process. Your screen will be stopped if your heart rate meets or exceeds your age-predicted maximum, or if the screener assesses you have the potential to injure yourself. The purpose of this video is to provide you an overview of the various test elements of the PreWork screen. The weights, the repetitions, and the distances of carry, along with the actual test elements themselves, may vary slightly depending upon the fleet you are joining. Nonetheless, this video will provide you important insight to the work that you'll be asked to perform here at Schneider. Test number 1 is the step test. The testing protocol requires you to step up and to step down from a 12-inch step at a reasonable cadence for a designated period of time. This test reflects your ability to perform sustained work activities such as loading and unloading freight and/or performing the pre- and post-trip inspection of your truck. Test 2 is the squat test. The testing protocol requires you to perform a series of squats, your fingertips touching the floor with your head in a heads-up position. This test reflects your ability to step up and down from the cab, the trailer, and the catwalk, along with your ability to perform the pre- and post-trip inspections of your truck. Test 3 is the front carry. The testing protocol requires you to lift and carry a parcel of various weights a specified distance. This test reflects your ability to load and unload freight in the field. Test 4 is the crouch. The testing protocol requires you to move and crouch underneath a fixture that stands 48 inches high. After 20 seconds, you'll return to the standing position. This process is performed twice and reflects your ability to perform the pre- and post-trip inspection of the truck and trailer. Test 5 is referred to as step-step, kneel-kneel. This testing protocol requires you to ascend and then descend from a trailer fixture in a safe and controlled fashion. Each year, we experience numerous falls performing this simple work procedure. We want to make certain that you can perform this task safely. Test 6 is the floor-to-waist lift. This testing protocol requires you to lift a parcel from the waist height to the floor and back to waist height. The weight of the parcel and the number of repetitions are based upon the position you are being hired into. This test reflects your ability to load and unload freight within the terminal and in the field. Test 7 is the waist-to-shoulder lift and/or the waist-to-overhead lift. The testing protocol requires you to lift a parcel from the waist to shoulder or waist to overhead level. Again, the weight of the parcels and the number of repetitions are based upon the position you're being hired into. Much like test number 6, this test reflects your ability to load and unload freight within the terminal and in the field. Test number 8 is a horizontal pull. This testing protocol requires you to perform a controlled static pull against a force gauge. You need to generate a specified average threshold of pull over the course of 3 trials. The test is related to your ability to crank the dollies, pull the fifth wheel, slide the tandem, and your ability to open and close the hood of the tractor along with the doors of the trailer. Test number 9 is the horizontal push. In contrast to the horizontal pull, this test element requires you to perform a controlled static push against the force gauge. This time, you need to generate a specified average threshold of push over the course of 3 trials. This test is related to your ability to crank the dollies, open and close the hood of the tractor and the doors of the trailer. In addition to the test elements outlined above, Schneider also performs some specialty work that requires additional testing. A bulk fleet driver is required to maintain their balance and work atop the bulk container. Hence, we check your ability to maintain balance along with your ability to kneel down onto the catwalk. Flatbed drivers are required to secure their loads via strapping. Therefore, we test your ability to pull down a specified threshold related to the tightening of straps on flatbed cargo. In closing, Schneider wants to reemphasize that the sole purpose of this screening process is to ensure that you have the physical attributes that are required to safely carry out the work that we perform each and every day. With that, good luck, best wishes, and be safe out there.